Hello and welcome to the Cardboard Dungeon. My name is Pat, and in this video, something that's been asked of me from our viewers several times is, can we take a look at your game collection? So if that's the kind of thing that is interesting for you, stay tuned and watch this video. I'm going to take you on a quick guided tour of my basement, which houses all of my games. So starting here, we're looking at my basement gaming table. Currently has some X-Wing stuff on it. Right now I'm going through X-Wing 2nd edition tokens, peeling the sticker backing off of them, doing some general organizing of X-Wing, so I am all ready for 2nd edition when that comes out in the very near future. Over here behind me you can see my Imperial collection from X-Wing, all lined up nicely in formation as the Imperials are wont to do. X-Wing, if you are following my channel, should come as no surprise, is my favorite game. Below that I've got some Star Wars Legion stuff. I think I'm done with Legion at this point. I like the game a lot. It's very good. I just don't want to keep buying the stuff. Below that, Imperial Assault. I've been done with Imperial Assault for a while. Got briefly back into it when the app came out that made it a fully co-op game. But I found that to be a little bit clunky and only played it a couple of times. Now I think I'm all done with Imperial Assault. Up here, more X-Wing stuff. First Order ships, Resistance ships, Scum and Villainy ships. Some random games and books and DVDs and stuff piled up back there. My little shrine to R2-D2, the greatest character in all of Star Wars, of course. That R2-D2 card my daughter made for me for Father's Day. She also made this card where it's me as Darth Vader this year for Father's Day. Oh, my Rebel ships for X-Wing. Down here on my desk, we can see a big old mess. See some Star Wars Destiny stuff. Destiny's a fantastic game. Played it for a little while. Really love the game and the mechanics. Really hate blind purchases. So we're done with Destiny. We played it for a little while. My workstation, and here you guys can see the behind the scenes, just how messy everything is. Here's a couple of ships that I never got to making videos for. All of my upgrade cards, all of my pilot cards. I store my X-Wing collection just out in the open so I can throw things together real fast. Grab the pilot cards, grab the ships, grab the upgrades, good to go. There's my Gen Con badge for this year. I'm going to be there only on Friday. So if you are at Gen Con on Friday this year and you see me walking around, I'll have my Cardboard Dungeon shirt on. Feel free to say hi. I will probably say hi back. Alright, moving along. I got a couple X-Wing mats on the floor here, just on the floor so that they can flatten out. A couple games over here. I got my Tokaido Collector's Edition, one of the gems in my collection. I backed this on Kickstarter. I love Tokaido. Dark Souls board game, Rebellion expansion. I think this box is empty. I've got all the stuff in the Rebellion box. Alright, moving on here to my actual game collection. You can see it's mostly all stored right here on these shelves. Now, I am currently in the process of going through it and weeding it out. Taking out a bunch of games I just don't play anymore, or I have replaced with games that I feel like do the same thing but do it better. So these games are going to be sold off to friends or on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or whatever. But looking at my collection, over here we can see some of the games that first got me into board gaming. I started out when a friend showed me Settlers of Catan. I know it's cliche, but Catan was my gateway game. Carcassonne I'm a big fan of. If you like Carcassonne, for my money, Carcassonne the city right here is the best version. But Hunters and Gatherers is also really good. I like Carcassonne quite a bit. Down here we got some of the big Euro games. When I started out I thought Euro games were the way to go. Everybody talks so highly of this stuff. I like Puerto Rico, Princes of Florence, you can see Tigris and Euphrates. I still have some of these games. I have moved away from Euro games for the most part. I have decided that through many hours of gameplay that I really like the miniature guys on a map battle games. It's my favorite genre, so just kind of take a look. I've got a lot of stuff here though since I had kids, and my kids are playing games with me now. I've got a lot of games that are kid-friendly, family-friendly. Here you can see Flashpoint, the firefighter co-op game. If you like co-op games, one of the best co-op games as far as I'm concerned. If you have kids, Animal Upon Animal, fantastic game. You stack wooden animals up. My 3-year-old, soon to be 4-year-old, loves this game. It's going to be his first game that he's been playing quite a bit. If you like racing games and pirate games, Jamaica, I cannot recommend this game highly enough. I love it. All right, over here we've got some more kids games, some more short, quick playing games. The Grizzled from Cool Mini or Not, great co-op game, super difficult. Down here I've got the Love Letter. Love Letter Deluxe Edition. Love Letter gets played a lot in my house. Ink and Gold, another great push your luck game. Good for kids and families. All right here, one of my all-time favorite games from Fantasy Flight Games, Battle Lore 2nd Edition. If you like mini games, this is from the Richard Board Command and Colors system, but it's set in Fantasy Flight's Terranoth. 2 armies face off against each other. I really wish Fantasy Flight would make a Star Wars version using this game system. They probably never will. But I keep hoping every year that they will announce something like that because I would buy the heck out of it. And I'm really disappointed that they seem to have killed this game off. You can see the box is overstuffed, and I've got all the expansions, and they don't even all fit. There's some more expansions for the Undead that came out. I love Battle Lore. If you like Indiana Jones, that sort of thing, the Adventurer series is fantastic. I think Fantasy Flight owns it. Not sure if it's still in print. Great game. Down here we've got the Plaid Hat corner. Plaid Hat games, of course. Dead of Winter, another great co-op game with a possible traitor. Mice and Mystics series, Stuffed Fables. Tail Feathers is kind of like X-Wing, if you like X-Wing, but instead of Star Wars Starfighters, it's mice and other little animals flying around on birds. Very cool game. Down here below that, we've got the Madigo shelf. Madigo has some of my all-time favorite dudes on a map game. These 3 games right here, Kemet, Cyclades, and Inish. Fantastic games, all of them. Kemet, I think, is my favorite. Just an all-out, brutal slugfest of a game set in mythological Egypt. Cannot recommend it highly enough. Dogs of War over here from Cool Mini or Not, another good sort of war game. Alright, up top here we've got another prized possession of mine, Cthulhu Wars. I just bought this somewhat recently. It is pretty expensive, but I love this game. If you can afford it, it does go on sale from time to time. It's an amazing dudes on a map game. Great war game, fantastic miniatures. Really love it. Down here I've got my Days of Wonder collection. I have bought almost every big box game they've put out over the years. Right here, Colosseum is what I consider to be their best game ever. I don't know if they'll ever outdo that, but it's a fantastic game. Tasty Minstrels recently bought the license to reprint it and make their own version. There's the original version of Battle Lore before Fantasy Flight got it. Shadows over Camelot, one of the original fully co-op games. Of course, we got Small World, still a fun game. Flying Frog made Last Night on Earth, which was the best zombie game until Dead of Winter came out. Domain, one of my earliest game purchases by the same designer as Settlers of Catan, but I like this game better. Still like it quite a lot. Some more Fantasy Flight stuff coming up here. Isla Dorada, underrated. Not really a co-op, but sort of a competitive working together game. The best board game Fantasy Flight has ever made, in my opinion, is Star Wars Rebellion. An absolutely amazing game if you are a Star Wars fan. This is Star Wars in a box. Really, really, really great game. I don't know if they can outdo themselves on this one. And over here we've got some more cool mini stuff. The Others, Rising Sun. Manila, one of my all-time favorite games. Long, out of print, difficult to find. It's a nice gambling game. More boxes from the Others from Cool Mini. See Rising Sun, Blood Rage, Zombicide. I'm a big fan of Cool Mini or not. My opinion, the best pirate game ever made is Libertalia. If you haven't played it, look it up. Rampage, of course. Lots of fun. Ghost Stories, one of my all-time favorite co-op games. Super brutally difficult, but so much fun. Above and Below and Evolution, very good family, medium weight games. My daughter loves Colt Express, shooting up cowboys on a train, very cool components. My version of Catan that I still own is Simply Catan from Simply Fun. Sort of a family version that has a quicker setup than the original game, but it's still the original game of Catan. Alright, so there you have it. That is my game collection as it exists currently. Thanks for coming along with me on this tour of the Cardboard Dungeon. And in case you've ever wondered the reason we're called the Cardboard Dungeon, the house that I lived in previously to this one had a beautiful stone wall along my basement. This house doesn't have that. But the name stuck. We used to run LAN parties in the basement. We called ourselves the Dungeon LAN Club. And that's where the Cardboard Dungeon name comes from. Alright everybody, thanks for watching as always, and I will see you next time.